This week on Maida! Our simply misunderstood protagonist goes to school late and happens across his would-be soulmate in the process because good things come to those who wait. With his douchebag friend, he wanders around aimlessly for 2 weeks, learns that bread gives you some whack-ass dreams, and keeps running into alternative soulmates on the regular and somehow failing to say any of the right things. Having lived an utterly menial life up until now, he agrees to a trial by combat against his apathy with some good old baseball and brings happy memories to all involved.
In this route, Tomoya gets to stay in Misai's room after helping her save her cat, and he falls in love with her and the smell of her futon. He decides to spend his days listening to her advice instead, because Sunohara is a total creeper. After trying to learn more about Misai's love life by turning her into a romance advisor, she eventually cracks and they share an intimate moment which suddenly turns into a flashback! We learn about Misai's long-lost love and her infinite side character friends. She falls in love with a boy of questionable age, which turns into the biggest twist of them all. Misai is actually a cat lover.
In this route, Tomoya displays his sadistic skills when he makes Sunohara look like a complete idiot to make himself look goodly in front of the student council president. As rumors about her once being a monster hungry for the flesh of bad guys, Tomoya tries to save his reputation between nightmares of dying every day before lunch. She finally becomes student council president, and Tomoya finally realizes that the fear of being punished to death for lewdness every day is too much and they should go their separate ways. However, in a twist of fate, they both accept that strangulation play is okay and head on to a bright future together.
On this episode of 2121 Hunters, Tomoya finds the elusive hidden lolly. Despite Sunohara's advances, Yukine falls for Tomoya, who just so happens to remind everyone of her dead brother. Tomoya discovers the true joy of being used as a lap pillow, and Yukine's delinquent friends turn out to be aspiring voyeurs, going so far as to hide inside the very room to get that perfect angle. No story is complete without the long sought after Amuraisu Nana Desu, and Yukine invites Tomoya to her brother's remembrance so that they can make out in front of everyone in front of his grave. Beacon of Hope descends from the heavens and infuses Tomoya with the happiness of the lolly, and the gang return to the reference room for some delicious coffee.
In this route of Nandayane, mysterious library girl knows what you did, even if you don't remember it yet. She doesn't talk to anyone else and has no interest in making friends, so as general good guy, it's your job to help her make friends with all the girls who want to get in your pants. Well, all's well that ends well, and they all join together to protect Book Girl's fragile smile. Unfortunately, everyone dies alone. But it's okay, because no matter what happens, we'll always love each other, so we're never truly alone. Also, something about a teddy bear.
This route revolves around the sweet and sour chicken twins. Tomoya starts off sweet and chooses short hair. His everyday life is forever changed. Shortly after being teased by the tantalizing sour sister, he realizes his meal is too sweet to finish and questions if he made the right choice, but he was off-put by her long hair. After receiving surprisingly sound life advice from Sunohara, Tomoya awakens to his inner masochist. Kyo cuts her hair, and the two fall in love. Tomoya is forever bullied for the rest of his life. All's well that ends well.
The tale of the boy who didn't exist in the anime. Once upon a time, Tomoya finds a cute boy named Kappei on the street and gives him shelter in Sunohara's suite. After seducing Sunohara, the sinful Kappei elopes with Ryo, who takes him away. But then, a shocking revelation. Kappei only loves his smelly foot and will follow it into certain damnation. Taking the advice of the legendary MC, Ryo chops off the cheetah's foot with fervor and glee. In a hospital room, Kappei's cries are drowned out by Ryo's laughter. And they lived happily ever after.
Idiot best friend has a secret Emoto and she's coming to town. Sunohara comes up with a plan that no one's ever had before and snacks Anai as his fake girlfriend. Emoto is worried about Oni-chan and comes up with a plan that no one's ever had before and snacks Tomoya as her fake boyfriend. Sunohara screams in the middle of the street while Tomoya gets in touch with his inner lolicon. Emoto-chan tries to convince the soccer team that Sunohara deserves another chance. They treat her like the ball card at a driving range. After letting Emoto-chan get beaten and humiliated by the soccer team and possibly violated by his best friend, Sunohara decides it's time to step in before anything bad happens. After beating the crap out of each other, the pair learns the meaning of friendship and Sunohara learns the meaning of MILF.
Tomoya, tired of hunting lollies, decides to hunt for ghosts, only to later realize it's yet another lolly. Pranks ensue and Fuko, that's not a knife! Nagisa steps in and introduces One-chan sensei. It's apparently Oprah's favorite things, cause you get a starfish, you get a starfish, everybody gets a starfish! Things go vaguely wrong when Senpai doesn't notice her. Sunohara is only useful to vaguely remember. One-chan sensei has her wedding and everyone is happy, and Fuko returns, presumably because someone sealed her from the magic circle of starfish bread.
Okazaki sees his life change forever after meeting with Furukawa and Nagisa. A shy girl will bring him back from the dark side of the school life. After struggling to have the drama club re-established for Nagisa, Tomoya is forced to turn on Komura-sensei for advising. Unfortunately, the teacher is already taken by the evil forces of the choir club, and Nagisa gives up on her wish to become the drama queen and becomes romantically involved with our hero. During this time, Sunohara challenges the choir club into a bet to regain his pride. He is however defeated and gives up too. Then, one thing led to another, and Komura turns out to be a really important element of Tomoya and Yuhai's past high school life, so they thank him formally after graduation, acquiring his Orb of Light.
One fateful day, our protagonist meets a girl who won't stop talking about food. Her favorite are these weird little anthropomorphized dumplings who are trying to take over the school. Tomoya decides that he likes food so much that he wants to date her, and after they get some advice from a delicious lolly, they prove themselves in a game of basketball and are deemed worthy to put on a play. At the last moment, Nagisa realizes that dongos might not be everyone's dream. However, her father assures her that her dream is also his. Plot twist, the dongos actually make her very sick, and Nagisa has to repeat her third year for the third time. But our story ends as it began, with the long, long uphill climb.
Tomoya repays the Furukawas by hitting Akio's baseball of marriage out of the park and scoring a home run with Nagisa off screen. Nagisa confirms that her missing period means her death flag has been raised, and dies after a touching dream sequence where she makes Tomoya promise to keep living the best he can. Tomoya's best involves spending the next 5 years being a deadbeat dad while his daughter cries in the bathroom. The family vacation from hell leads Tomoya to realize he's a bigger loser than his own dad, so he finally steps up and takes responsibility for raising his daughter's death flag. Fortunately, Akio is stabbed by a bus jacker, leading Tomoya to finally have enough power to create a miracle where everyone lives happily ever after.